Highland Hospice is the only hospice serving adults with incurable, life-limiting disease in the Highlands of Scotland. We are acknowledged as a resource of specialist palliative care expertise in the region. We are very fortunate to have a number of volunteers, about 750 plus volunteers who work with us in all different roles. We have many different roles available for volunteering within Highland Hospice, ranging from reception, garden, flower teams. We have volunteers who help the nurses with patient care. We have 12 charity shops as well, where volunteers will help sort and sell the stock that's donated into the shops. We also currently have a new role that we've set up in the Invergordon area called Helping Hands, and that's offering a befriending service to people in their own homes who have life-limiting diseases. A couple of roles we have available are beauty therapy for beauty therapists and hairdressers. You need to be in your second year at UHI to be able to apply for those. And really what we're offering there is some pampering for our patients, patients who come to our day therapies. It's not always possible for them to get to a hairdresser, so to come into us and maybe get their hair done, have a chat with somebody who's not part of our clinical team is sometimes quite refreshing for people and makes them feel more comfortable and just to generally feel a bit better about themselves. So that's another role to bear in mind that we're actively looking for. Day therapies is a good opportunity for people both in beauty therapy, hairdressing, but also if you're considering a role in nursing or medicine, it gives you patient contact. Not a lot of the roles offer patient contact, but that would give you an opportunity to spend time with our patients and learn a bit more about what we do. A lot of our volunteers come to us through word of mouth. Our current volunteers are very good advertisements for what we do here and the volunteering that's available. We use social media quite a lot and we sometimes advertise in the local press. We send out current vacancies to the job centres, we'll send them to UHI, to our local schools. We also have an opportunity for you to log your hours towards the Saltire Awards if you're already registered, and if not, we can arrange to get you registered for that as well. And that's where you can get certificates that show the number of hours that you have volunteered with us for, and you can use that for lots of volunteering opportunities as well. To apply to volunteer with us, you can either go online to our website and click the link and do an online application, or give us a call and we can send out a paper application pack to you. The application process includes a form that you would complete with all your contact details, give us some information about the skills that you have, and particular which volunteer roles would interest you. They're all listed in the actual application form. We require 2 references as well, just from 2 people who've known you for some time. It could be your guidance teacher at university or at school, college, whichever. We would then contact you and arrange to meet with you and just have a very informal chat, find out a bit more about you, find out what life skills, what skills that you have, what you'd be interested in doing, and also the availability that you have, what time you can offer the hospice as a volunteer. Some of the roles would then require a second meeting with the team that look after that particular volunteer role. For instance, the day therapy young person's role, the day therapy team would like to meet their new volunteers. Once that process has been completed, we would then invite you in for some training. That might just be 3 shadow training shifts with another volunteer. It could be moving and handling training or infection prevention control, depending on the role that you've chosen to apply for. Some roles require a PVG check, that's a background police check, and these are roles where you'll be working directly with patients. Not all roles require it, but if that is a possibility, it does take up to about 8 weeks for that process to go through. But during that time, we would arrange some training for you. When completing your application form or sending in a CV to us, I would just suggest that you give us much information about maybe previous experience, any skills that you have, maybe what you've been studying, what your interests and hobbies are. We're looking for people who've got a willingness to help, some time to give, and what I would suggest is that you give us much information about previous experience, any volunteering you've done in the past. It might have been through school, through guides, scouts, anything like that at all. Tell us a bit more about it in detail, what you got up to, what you enjoyed the most about it, what you felt made you feel successful about your previous experiences, any part-time jobs that you have, what you enjoy about them, and the skills that you've learned through doing those. When you're preparing to come and meet with us the first time, we usually send out a role description of the roles that you're interested in, and what I would suggest is that you make sure you read that through first. Check that it's something that suits you, that you would be interested in, and then tell us a bit more about the skills that you have that would match with that role, what you think you would enjoy the most about that role. Any previous experience that you might have similar to it, again, be prepared to answer questions about that. Maybe take the time to read through the website for Highland Hospice, find out a bit more about the hospice and what we offer, and we can chat about that in more detail when we do actually meet you. Maybe have an understanding of empathy and sympathy for the people that we're looking after, the patients and their families. We are here to provide services for all, and it's really to bear in mind what you might come across when you are working with us. Be able to listen and understand that some of the information that you are told is very confidential, and we would want you to bear that in mind when talking about your role outside of the organisation. When coming to meet us the first time, I would suggest that you prepare coming to meet us. Please try and arrive on time. Come tidy. We don't expect you in a suit, shirt and tie, but at least be presentable, be confident. We want to find out about you. Come prepared to talk about yourself, tell us a bit more about what you have to offer Highland Hospice as a volunteer. We're here to find out more about you and find out what's the best place for you to volunteer with us to get the best experience out of your volunteering.